Hey guys, it's Coach again, and today we're going to talk about concealed carry, and actually another option that I use and have been using for a number of years. So the reason I carry the 22 Magnum is because it's really light and it's real easy, just grab and go. Now if you want to go 38 Special, which is the next step up, for years I carried this one, the model 640. And this thing, well, initially I had just wood grips on it. It's heavy, and it's got a real long, heavy trigger squeeze, kind of gritty. It's off the rack. And this one now has a laser grip on it, but these things work really good. The 640s that they sell now are all 357 rated. This one's so old, it's 38 Special. I think it'll do plus Ps, but it may even predate plus Ps. I don't know. I used to carry this just bare in my pocket, or on this. This is a El Paso saddlery. I think it's a Street Fighter or some cool name like that. So it fits in there, kind of nice. Nice high on your strong side, if that was the requirement. If my pants wouldn't support carrying a heavy ass revolver, because this thing weighs like 23 ounces, and that's a lot, honestly, for a 5-shot revolver, especially one now with the 642. Okay, so the 642, I moved on. I got the original 642, carried that for years, and then when I upgraded to the Performance Center, I gave that one to my daughter, and now she's carrying it with Crimson Trace laser grips as well. So this is my other alternate here. I've got this set up with the Laser Max, and I know I hate doing this to you guys, but it's no longer made. Laser Max Lite, it's only 115 lumens. I'm trying to get some company to, even Laser Max, guys, make it again, will you? Let us have it. Anyway, this is 115 lumens. Pressure switch is up here. It's a click it on, stays on, click it again, comes off, so that's not ideal either. Ideally, you'd want something that had a pressure plate in here or up underneath, so as soon as you grab it, the light comes on. Kind of like the laser grip. So the Laser Max, their laser grip, the button's right there. So as soon as you grab it, that laser comes on. So something along those lines would be best. This one will handle plus P loads. I have the a BK grip adapter here. Somebody in that previous video told me, oh yeah, that's not a Tyler, that's a BK. You're right. I own them both, but the BK is a bit cheaper. They're like 20 bucks, 25 bucks for your J-frames. And then this is an Aries Redi-load. So with this, I've got 5 shots in the cylinder, and then once I'm out, my reload is right here. And just hit this button, and it drops 4 rounds into my hand, and then I can load them straight in here like this. All right, and they just pop in here, and when it comes to reloading revolvers, hopefully you won't have to do it under duress, but you always want to have extra ammo if possible. This is how I carry it, and then finding a holster for this setup was difficult, but I've been carrying this like this for years, and so I found this, and I'm new to you again. This is a white hat holster, and they're out of business as well. So this one was set up as a inside the waistband carry. I have the clip, so when that's necessary, if my pants don't support it, then I'll go pocket carry with these most of the time. So this drops in right there. This whole package drops into my pocket, and carries actually surprisingly small. It looks kind of big, and you've got a little extra here for the bullets, but it's not that bad. So the Smith & Wesson Performance Center goes for about $650-ish, like that, $675 MSRP, somewhere around there. The Laser Max, I don't know how much I paid for it back in the day, but it's probably 150 bucks or so, and like I said, you can't get them now. So it's got an aluminum frame and a steel cylinder, which keeps the weight down. Total weight loaded is about 18.5 ounces, and this whole package set up just like this, loaded, is going 22, just over 22 ounces. So for a little less weight than this one, I've got a gun, a holster, and a light, and 4 extra rounds on it. So it's not bad. So it's a bit heavier and a bit more bulky than the 22 Magnum option, but you're shooting a round that is more a traditional man stopper. It's not the best. 9mm usually outperforms it. 357 definitely will, but for a 38 package, it's not bad at all. And again, it's about the same threat level I'm talking about. This is, you know, a grab and go package. Put it in your pocket with the clip on it. I can clip it into my my belt at 3 o'clock if I've got a cover garment, if that's what I need to do. So when we talk about reloads, you know, this grip here, which I think goes for like about 50 bucks, it's good for your J-frame. I like it a lot. Fits my hand. The BK grip gives you a nice grip on there. There's your 4 rounds. So I got 9 rounds on board if I don't have anything else. So the 642 Performance Center is cut for moon clips. So the moon clip is just a, it's just this piece of just flat steel in a little star shape that holds everything together. So I can drop this in, and now when you eject it, they all come out all in one go. They go in one, come out in one. This one is not cut for that, so you couldn't use these. Now, this is a great reload. Normally, I carry my defensive ammo in this, loaded in the cylinder, but this rolling around in your pocket it's just the wrong shape. All right, so I don't really recommend that. If you don't mind that, and you have something that's not cut for moon clips, you can go with something like this. This is a Safariland Speedloader, and it takes some practice loading these things, because basically you're gonna get your spent shells out, you're gonna drop this in, and you have to press and twist, and it'll release them into the cylinder. So a little bit of practice will be necessary with that, but honestly, if you don't mind the size of it, it's not bad. What I like a little bit better, and a couple of companies make this. In fact, let's see, this is my live ammo on here, some training ammo. This is a Mag RASC, which stands for something. Revolver Ammo Strip Concealed. So it basically turns this into a little clip. It clips on your pants, so you can grab it out, and then you've got your reload here. It'll hold 6, but I'm only shooting 5, so I go 3 and 2. So you can just drop the first 2 in, and the next 3. Makes it a little bit easier than trying to get them in there with everything all crammed together. The Bianchi Speed Strip is what I have loaded into the RASC. The RASC is this little piece here. This is the Bianchi Speed Strip, and then let's see, that's another Bianchi. This one here is Zeta6, and it's built for 5. Has the little tab so you can load it into the RASC, and because it only has 5, it's got a little more space between each one to make it a little easier to load. So again, any one of these that you choose, you just got to train with it. Now this one, again from Zeta6, what's this one called? It's the J-Pak. All right, so this one, once you get your spent rounds out, so you've got a 3 and a 2, so you can just line that sucker up there, peel it off, shove the next 2 in, peel that off, close it up, and now you're back to work. It's a little thicker than just the straight speed strip, and right now there's no tab on it, so you can't really use the RASC. So this is going to be sitting in your pocket, something like this. So that might be, it's a little less bulky than say that the moon clip or definitely the Speedloader, but it's still got some bulk to it. So Zeta6, if you want to put a little tab on there so I can put on my RASC, I think that that might actually sit pretty good in my pocket. All right, guys, so I've gotten a few questions about how I do a draw from the pocket. I have my holster in here with my my 642. Now, drawing from the pocket is always going to be slower than, say, from your appendix or 3 o'clock. So you have to just think a little more tactically when you employ your protection, right? So get your hand in your pocket, shove it straight down, and what I'm doing is take these 3 fingers and just wrapping it around the stock. And as I'm pulling it out, I'm going to have to get that good grip. So I'm going to press in, press down, wrap those fingers in, and then pull it straight up and present. And when you reholster, just go ahead, take that holster out, shove it back in. So again, hand goes in. So it's not fast. I'm not on the clock, but that's not going to be your fastest draw. Now, even without the holster, because this has such a heavy, well, it's got a long double action trigger. So I used to carry this thing just dropped in my pocket. So you got a little bit of extra room there. It doesn't hold quite as easy, but it comes out pretty easy because there's no hammer. So this just slides right out. If it just sits in your pocket like this, after a while, you can kind of see the outline. So you get a little, looks like you got a gun in your pocket at that point. So having a holster that kind of breaks up the outline will help. So I even had guys ask what kind of pants I'm wearing that allows me to pocket carry. And the brand doesn't really matter. I think these are Wranglers or something. But you want to look at the slash pocket as opposed to a jeans pocket. If you're wearing jeans, the pocket comes right here like this, and you're digging like you're digging for change. And with this, just dropped into that pocket, I can slide my hand in, even nonchalantly. And once you've got your hand good on that revolver, then the draw it's smooth and quick. You just have to tactically get your hand in there. So when I test, if I'm looking for a pair of pants, I've kind of settled on Wranglers and Carhartts, but you just want to make sure that when your gun's in there, it's mostly covered. If I look straight down, I can see the butt, but that's concealed enough for me, and apparently for the law. So whatever it is, it has to conceal the weapon and allow your hand to get in a fairly smooth motion that doesn't look too unnatural. If I gotta lean back and dig and go, hang on a second, let me get my hand. Okay, that's not gonna work. But if I can just drop my hand and I'm like, okay, I can talk to you and no problem. Now, this gun also, because it doesn't have a hammer, if I'm carrying it in an outer garment, I don't even have to present it. I can just reach in, grab hold of it, and start squeezing that trigger if I had to. A lot of times I suggest women, my daughter, she carries in her purse. So if you get that feeling something's wrong, you just unzip that pocket that you don't keep anything else in, slip your hand in there, and you can have your hand on your gun, whether you want to present it to get someone away from you, or if you don't have time for that, you can just shoot through your garment or your handbag, and there's no faster draw than that. All right, guys, so that's just a little glimpse on another option for your concealed carry with a revolver. Remember, as always, once you decide on what kind of setup you're going to do, practice with it. Revolvers are really, really simple. The main thing to remember is, well, number one, you got to hit your target. Number two, you got to be able to get the weapon into action. So practice that draw. The draw and being able to hit where you're shooting at are going to be the two most important things. Then after that, because statistically you're probably only going to get a couple shots off anyway, and then the fight's over. If it takes more than that, if you empty that cylinder, well, consider having a reload, and there's a couple different ways to do this. Test them out. See which one works best for you and which one carries the best for you as well. That's going to be really important. And again, like most of the time, I'm going with something like this because it clips onto my pocket and stays right there. Your mileage is going to vary. There's a lot of options out there. Guys, remember, whatever you pick, train with it, get to it so it's second nature. And that's where you're going to need to be if you're going to use a gun for self-defense. And then practice with it. And I'm not talking every day, but every time you can. 3-hour practice sessions are not good. There's diminishing returns. If you've got 10 minutes, practice for 10 minutes. Once you get your outfit on, whatever it is, and you're going to carry that gun, practice a draw or two. Just because things shift, You don't wear the same clothes every day. So just know where that is before you walk out the door. And that's usually your best idea. And as always, guys, if you like this content, like, subscribe, let me know what you're carrying. If you got any ideas, if I missed anything up here, I don't know everything, but let me know. Train hard, stay ready. That point, you know, is that a gun in your pocket? Are you just happy to see me? Well, yeah, it's a gun in your pocket at that point. That's dumb. Okay, he's just gonna die with a really surprised look on his face. We don't have to put that in there. Hey, yeah. It's kind of like all those switchblade kills from overseas. The video always looks the same. Ah! And that's the last thing he sees. What's that sound? Ah!